And I'm so happy for her to get the $28 flipping million.
Caitlin Clark just dropped some insane contract details, and it's safe to say the Indiana Fever and the entire WNBA are absolutely stunned. And honestly, it's about time someone called out the league on their budget.
Elected officials, corporate, private equity, everybody like, how do I get into the WNBA and how do I invest? And can I have an expansion team or can I invest in a current team?
Gymnastics. While signing her next 4-year deal to whispers were that salaries had been slashed by 20% because apparently the league couldn't afford to pay up really after the 2024 rookie season put the WNBA on the map like never before. Caitlin knew her worth.
When we look at player salaries, people wonder, why are NBA player salaries 100 times higher than WNBA salaries? Because the TV money was 100 times higher in the NBA than it was in the WNBA.
And wasn't about to settle for less. So she did what any self-respecting superstar would. She demanded a contract revision with better pay and perks to match her impact. And yeah, it was surely
part of you and what you've done on the court. But what you've done on the court has far exceeded what you've done in our community and around this country and getting little girls excited about playing basketball. But no place has it been better and felt more than at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. So here today, I just want to let you know, you are the AP National Player of the Year.
Really risky because once one player gets a better deal, the rest will follow, but the league couldn't afford to lose her, so they folded. But what exactly is in this game-changing deal? And how are the rest of the players, especially angelic figures like Angel Reese, handling it? Let's get into the juicy details. So without adding any fluff or unnecessary drama, let's talk numbers.
I'm done with my first professional season and so much has happened. And
Caitlin Clark's 4-year contract with the WNBA is worth a jaw-dropping $338,500, $6,535 for 2025 alone. She's cashing in $78. This isn't just a clever clause. It's a power move.
The NBA. So I was like, oh, what's she going to get paid? Because finally, you can get a real paycheck. And then I saw it and I was like, this can't be right. Because this is what it is. In the first year, Caitlin Clark will earn $76,535.
The Fever have locked down their franchise superstar, ensuring they've got stability while keeping their options open. If things shift down the road for Caitlin, this means she's not just another player. She's the cornerstone of their future. It's not every day you see this level of commitment for a rookie, but the Fever clearly know what they've got. A generational talent who's worth every cent. But let's not forget the drama behind the scenes while Caitlin's new deal was making headlines. The WNBA was out here trimming salaries across the board, claiming financial struggles. Sure, the league might have been pinching pennies, but Caitlin wasn't buying it. She knows she's not just any rookie. Since her arrival, the WNBA's popularity has skyrocketed. Her games pack arenas, her highlights dominate social media, and her jersey sales are off the charts. So, when the league tried to pull the "we're broke" card, Caitlin called their bluff and demanded what she deserved. And guess what? They caved. This wasn't just about money. It was a stand for what's fair. Caitlin wasn't going to let the league undervalue her or treat her like she didn't matter. Her boldness forced the WNBA to sit up and listen, and while other
Caitlin Clark effect, we now have people wanting to watch golf because of her. We saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlin to play in the Big Three. That is $5 million to play 3 months.
Players might not have had the same leverage. Caitlin's move set a precedent since being drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever on April 15th. 2024, she hasn't just made waves, she's turned the league into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. And it's not just hype, the numbers speak for themselves. Fever merchandise sales up by a ridiculous 57% since her signing was announced on April 27th. Her jersey, the league's top seller for 2 straight months, outselling legends like A.A. Wilson and Jack Young. Caitlin's not just breaking records, she's dragging the entire WNBA into a new era. Who have been now? Let's talk about viewership. Games featuring Caitlin, which saw a 35% boost in ratings compared to similar matchups in 2023. The Fever's opening game in May 2024 pulled 1.3 million viewers on ESPN, the highest ever for a regular season game. That's not just good for Caitlin, that's game-changing for the entire league. Sponsors like Nike and Gatorade are throwing money at the WNBA. doubling their investments because of her. She's not just a player. She's a walking billboard for what women's basketball can become, and
3.4 million people watched the WNBA All-Star Game. That was a reported 300% increase, and that's via Women's Hoops Network from 2023. So the game is definitely picking up attention, and we know Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are a big part of that, but also the current stars who have been...
Her impact doesn't stop there. Caitlin's presence has elevated her teammates in ways nobody saw coming. Players like Nalissa Smith and Kelsey Mitchell, their social media followings have exploded. Endorsement deals are rolling in, and they're getting opportunities they wouldn't have dreamed of a year ago. Caitlin isn't just hogging the spotlight. She's pulling everyone in with her showing what happens when a true leader takes the court. Let's not ignore the social media frenzy she's caused. When Caitlin dropped 30 points on the Las Vegas Aces in June 2024, the hashtag Caitlin Effect was trending for nearly a day. One tweet, just 10 words about how she turned someone into a WNBA fan, racked up over 200,000 likes in 24 hours. Her viral TikToks have over 50 million views of her no-look passes and ridiculous three-pointers. Caitlin Clark isn't just dominating the court, she's dominating the internet, pulling in casual fans by the million.
Released the all-star rosters on Tuesday. Both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese made the 12-women roster that will be taking on Team USA in Phoenix later this month. So the impact of both rookies cannot be over.
And then there's that groundbreaking contract. For years, $338,500 accommodations, no cramped economy seats for her. She flies in comfort so she can perform at her best. This isn't about luxury, it's about results. The Fever also surrounded her with top-tier trainers, nutritionists, and mental performance coaches who are exclusively focused on her development. This is unheard of in the WNBA, where resources are usually shared, but for Caitlin, the Fever went all in because they know she's not just any rookie. She's the applause future, and holistic support has been a game changer. Caitlin has 247 access to mindfulness coaching, recovery specialists, and every resource she could possibly need to stay at the top of her game. Most rookies are left to figure this stuff out on their own, but not Caitlin. Her deal sets a new standard for how teams should invest in their players, showing that success isn't just about the stats, it's about the person behind them. When you compare her deal to the average rookie contract, the difference is staggering. Most rookies earn $74, $35 a year with bare-bones perks. Caitlin's contract isn't just better, it's revolutionary. It reflects her value not just as a player, but as the face of the franchise, the league, and maybe even the sport itself. And here's the kicker. Caitlin's deal is already sparking change. Other players, their agents, and even competitors are paying attention, pushing for similar terms in their contracts. This isn't just a win for Caitlin. It's a shift in how women's basketball is managed and valued. Her contract isn't just a one-off. It's a roadmap for what's possible. Start with ticket sales. Since Caitlin signed her deal on April 27, 2024, Fever games have become the hottest ticket in town. Home game attendance shot up by a jaw-dropping 41% compared to the previous season, with 5 consecutive sellouts in May alone, a franchise first. And this isn't just a bump in the stats. Its packed arenas mean louder fans, higher energy, and a home court advantage that benefits every single player on the team. So yeah, maybe some players might side-eye her fancy contract, but they're also reaping the rewards of playing in front of sold-out crowds. And it doesn't stop there. Sponsors are throwing money at the Fever like they're the only team in the league. Nike, Coca-Cola, and Gatorade.
She'll be the biggest female star ever because she can pull up from the parking lot.
She is a killer. She is stone cold.
Caitlin, man, she's a phenomenon.
She's the best female collegiate player ever.
Caitlin Clark is capable of magical things.
They'd have all upped their investment, with Nike even writing Caitlin's name directly into their renewed partnership clause in June 2024. Those sponsorship dollars don't just buy fancy logos on jerseys, they fund better facilities, improved training programs, and resources that the entire team gets to enjoy. So if anyone's mad about Caitlin's perks, they might want to check out the upgraded locker rooms and thank her later. It is a little. And players like Angel Reese were jealous of her just because of this reason. Caitlyn's jersey sales just obliterated records within 2 weeks. It was the top seller in the league. Fever-branded gear is flying off the shelves at a rate 63% higher than in 2023. This isn't just about Caitlyn's personal brand. It's about the Fever transforming into a marketable powerhouse. Every player benefits. When the team is rolling in revenue, even if Caitlyn's the one drawing the crowd, let's not ignore the bigger picture. The WNBA has spent years fighting for relevance in a sports landscape dominated by men. What drives growth in any league? Star power. LeBron James turned the NBA.
It is a little that Bird Magic moment, if you recall, from 1979 when those two rookies came in from a big college rivalry, one white, one black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice to one another.
Into a global juggernaut. Serena Williams carried tennis into new territories. Caitlin Clark is that for the WNBA. Her marketability doesn't just lift her. It elevates the league with players like her grabbing headlines, selling out games, and signing groundbreaking contracts. The WNBA risks getting stuck in the same old rut. Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game. Here's the reality. Every transformative moment in sports history has its star. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson revitalized the NBA. Serena redefined what it means to dominate in tennis. Caitlin Clark is doing that for the WNBA. Critics can moan about team equality all they want, but the facts don't lie. Her contract is lifting her team, her league, and the entire sport to heights they've never seen before. Caitlin isn't just a player. She's the blueprint for the WNBA's future, and honestly, the critics should be thanking her.